I'm probably. Oh, no, it's okay. Is that good? All right. Ready? Okay. I want to ask you for a moment to think of somebody that you love. Someone you love who you want to do well and be well in life. You wish or think or pray or even act on behalf of this person, maybe even every day. Speaking of, one of our after-school kids recently made a card for me. I was excited when she handed it to me, but when I looked down and read it, I learned that she hates me, obviously. Even if for a moment I hoped that H-A-E-T could be a word that means something nice in Swahili or something like that. But it's clear that she meant hate. The smiley face has an X by it. The heart is completely crossed out. And, yep, the sad face has a check mark. That's the one. But then I might have pointed out her misspelling if I hadn't opened the card, only to find that it's more complicated than that. I love you and I like you, she said. I even got hugs and kisses and lots of hearts. So I proudly displayed this card on my desk, and my coworker said, I love you, I hate you, it's like marriage. So now I want to ask you to take a moment to think of someone who has helped you in life. Someone who has loved you, encouraged you, and supported you, helped you to learn and grow. Nathaniel, think of your mom. Think about that person for a moment and bring them into the room. You got it? Growth is hard, and we can't do it alone. Let's just do a little test here. How many of you have ever gone through growth? How many of you ever used to be a kid, and now you're not? And I know a lot of us probably want to keep our hands down for that one, but I think we all have something in common. We've gone through these important years called childhood, and we're here today because someone or someones have cared about us in one way or another. As an elementary school kid myself, I remember being told by adults that I was the future. I was part of the millennial graduating class of 2000, and that was so futuristic at the time. What it meant to me to be told that I was the future was that I wasn't relevant now. And this is the message that our kids receive. They hear more often that you are the future, rather than you are relevant now, you are here now, and your life has value. You're a member of your community, your home, your school, and this world. Our worlds are not separate. They are linked, and every moment and interaction is important. When we look at the research, all it does is prove what we know as former kids through experience, that responsive relationships with caring adults make all the difference, even despite trauma in early childhood that so many of our children have endured. And we have to be honest, there is an overarching struggle that we are all a part of. So many of us are thrown out of childhood into a world, into a system that requires strong bootstraps and a safety net in order to raise ourselves up and meet our basic needs for food, water, shelter, transportation, health care. This reality makes me on some days wake up and just think, I hate everybody. And then hours later, I'm with the kids and I think, I love everyone. Those that care for our children are on the receiving end of every difficult emotion that a child endures. If they walked away each time, what would the message be for that learning, growing human? Consistency and responsiveness allow children now to develop the skills that will make it easier for them when they are released from childhood into the world. Living in Vermont means to me that we have a chance to build or rebuild a society where each person, each Vermonter, gets a strong and equal chance at life. Whose children are they? Whether they were born in Tanzania, Nepal, Vietnam, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Bhutan, Burlington, or anywhere else in the world, they're here now, and we have a chance to build a Vermont where parents are supported, and in turn, they have a chance to support their children. A Vermont where children who are born into any situation are safe, fed, loved, nurtured, and are ours. Their lives now and in the future are in our hands. We're growing so that we can do more and better, and it's hard. But I want you to know that hard does not equal bad. And if we grow as if our lives and our freedoms are bound together, growth is actually quite a joy. Thank you.